Hello Nakama. Welcome to Nimehara. This channel contains One Piece facts and theories. Don't forget to subscribe and notification bells. Again showing the fight between Shanks against Kurohige on Hachinosu Island. After some time recently, situation on Hachinosu Island is not highlighted. Eventually the situation on the island began to be highlighted again. The Battle of Hachinosu Island was one of the most interesting incidents. Shanks and Kurohige still attack each other with techniques that are not too draining. These two characters are equally intelligent because they both understand that fighting would still be very long, so they have to conserve energy so that it can still stand until the end. In the middle of that fight, Kurohige had discussed the injuries on the body of Shanks. The wound in the Shanks eye, clear is the wound I inscribed first. When they were both in the past clash in a fight, Kurohige is very proud of his achievements, even though he used to experience it. Some severe injuries due to attacks from Shanks. But that makes Kurohige wonder is what events Shanks experienced. That he lost his left arm. Because the left arm is the dominant arm Shanks, because he is a left-handed person. This was confirmed in SBS. That Shanks' dominant hand is the left hand, but as time went on, after losing the left hand, Sean is getting used to using his right hand. Well, Sean said it too. He risked that hand for a new era. Which one refers to Luffy, the bearer of a new era. Shanks also said, in his heart, anyway himself too, still holds a debt of gratitude towards Luffy's father. And from these words clearly confirms that apparently, Shun already knows that the one that used to save him as a baby, God Valley, is a dragon. This further strengthens the opinion. There is a certain connection between Shanks and dragons. They probably formed a secret collaboration. We can also see Momentum Shanks and Dragon doing the movement, more or less at the same time. Shanks made an assault on Hachinosu Island, and moments later, also made an assault on Marjo's. This is certainly not a coincidence, but they had already agreed. Carried out the assault simultaneously, in order to maintain the balance of the world, because the big battle, not centered in one place, it happened in two different places. After hearing the answer to the question, his hand for a new era, Kurohige laughed and said, "What new era do you mean? The person who brought the new era is certainly me." So according to Kurohige, he is the one who brings a new era. Pirates these days. It's only natural for Kurohige to say that, because he is the son of rocks. Discab Shebek was the ruler of the era before the era of Roger, so it is indeed the blood that flows on his body. Makes Kurohige think that he is the bearer of a new era. Kurohige also became Yonko earlier than Luffy, which was 2 years ago, after the Marine War fought. After that war was over, Marco and the rest of the pirate Shirohige, others intend to take revenge on Kurohige. But in that fight, in fact Kurohige, who slaughtered Marco and his friends. Since then, Kurohige recognized as Yonko, replaced the dead Yonko Shirohige. The various reasons that make Kurohige confident that he is the bearer of a new era. After talking about it, Kurohige also discussed things. Another she sure soon. His secret plan will work. Because a while ago, he saw Augur's van broke into the skull building. Indeed Kurohige did not order Van Augur to do that plan. But what he commanded was, Shiryuda Katarina Devon. But if they're both still in trouble, and they saw the Van Augur there, of course those two people will ask for a Van Augur alone carried out the plan. Contact the Van Augur could teleport. It won't be hard for him to go to the place where that plan must be done. For now, Shanks' core crew is separating Shiryu and Devon, so as not to run into the Van Augur in the skull building. But it looks like it was only a matter of time for the Van Augur to know the plan of Kurohige. It has to be carried out already. Kurohige also said to Shanks, if the plan succeeds, so the battle sequence in Hachinosu Island will change soon. Kurohige's side will become very superior, so the enemies should get ready. Shanks also said, I don't know what Kurohige is planning. He is confident that his group will not lose. Besides the fight between Shanks and Kurohige in the middle of the city, Hachinosu Island, there are also so many. Another battle that is currently happening at the moment. One of them is a rematch between Garp and Kekuatan. In that fight, Kekuatan is quite desperate, so he also praised the ability. Garp is still awesome even though he's already old. Kekuatan also said, he's quite lucky, because I have to fight against Garp at a young age. Garp, who is already old as he is now, because if he just fought against Garp at that time, back when we were young, then it's very likely Kekuatan will lose quickly. Garp's strength when he was still in his prime, back then, it was indeed much more terrifying than its power when you're old, like it is now. Because whether we like it or not, old age still affects one's physical condition. Kekuatan also remembered the moments of the past. Where did he see the greatness of Garp when he was young? Even a brief flashback appeared in my memory. Kekuatan one day. Garp and Kekuatan have ever carried out a mission together to fight against a large fleet of powerful pirates. So I met that fleet in the ocean. Immediately jump and launch a flurry of punches from a distance regarding its great power. And she is wearing strong heels. The impact of that series of punches successfully destroyed quite a lot of ships there. No. After that, other ships decided to escape. But Garp immediately asked Kekuatan to freeze the ocean there with its ice power. The sea around has become frozen. Garp quickly went towards those ships. And he fought directly. Fight against those pirates. Actually, Garp can just launch a long-distance punch like before. But Garp really wants to fight directly, so that the situation doesn't get boring. As a result, Garp was also able to win in a short time. Kekuatan and the other Marines who joined him. Even Bogart didn't join the fight there, because everything already directly defeated by Garp. Even the Junior Navy is amazed by the capabilities. Garp Bitu Lalu Mereka Berkata. He should be able to become an admiral. Then, the Marines, someone who seems to be more senior than Junior, say that ... She has heard it before. Garp repeatedly refused to be promoted. Admiral Garp is indeed not interested in that position. For two reasons. First, because of an admiral is a direct subordinate of the Tenryubato, which means they can be called upon and commanded, do as they wish whenever they want. Of course, Garp is not interested in being in that position, because basically, Garp really hates the Tenryubato. The higher the rank and position, the better. Then, its movement will become increasingly limited in carrying out the mission, so if Garp becomes an admiral, he won't be able to move freely. So Garp feels like he's a vice. Just being an admiral is already very enough. To another moment. In this flashback, there is also an event where Kekuatan, again, I'm joining in Garp for a mission. They are hunting for a famous and powerful pirate. In the past, when the crew of that pirate ship has already fallen, Garp forbids Kekuatan and the others to interfere, fighting against the captain of that group. So here, even so, I'm going to face him one-on-one, where Garp showed various great abilities and managed to win quite quickly. The flashback has ended. Which one is only two among so many extraordinary actions of Garp back when we were young. Back to the fight against Kekuatan in Hachinosu. The former admiral created a big bird with its ice power, then moved the ice bird to attack Garp. Very fast and also strong, but Garp uses the galactic divide attack. Therefore, the attack of the ice was instantly destroyed in front of him, from a distance. Enough people who witnessed the fight. And they are also amazed at the level of strength from those two people. Moving to another place that is far from here. Continuation of the conflict here. Joas will get attention again. The battle between Goros. Jupiter is fighting against the lunar leader, and the leader is not a farmer. It's still going on. In this fight, Jupiter will continue to explore the unique techniques of their hybrid worm mode. One of them, he sucked in air and then exhaled it again, becoming a string of stray bullets. Indeed, the attack did not hurt the leader, Lunaria, and the non-leader, because of their mutual defense. Indeed, It's very strong. The attack was very troublesome, because it's distracting from the focus. Those two people, no. Their focus is currently disrupted. Quickly, Jupiter is using another technique. From one of its hybrid hands, he created several worm weapons, who launched a direct attack on the leader, Lunaria, and that farmer leader. So the two of them also, becoming increasingly urgent. In another area, there is a holy knight from the Atan Baron family. He fought against one of the community members. Lunaria is almost defeating her enemy. But there was an unexpected thing that happened at that place at that time. Suddenly, a group of crows emerged from below and transported several new people. As we discussed in the previous video, other strong allies of the revolutionary forces, which comes from several rebel groups, already arrived at the Red Line Dragon, asking Kakurasu to send a lot of crows there, so that the leaders of those groups can rise quickly. The leader has great power. Until their arrival, will be very necessary in mix in Marihoa's dragon. I smiled when I saw them appear. Then he shouted to those people and asked them to act as best as possible. Without lingering, one of the group leaders, who is the cyborg, instantly jumped from the crow Kurasu and fired a shot from his cyborg arm. No, that shot fired several small bullets. What looks normal, but it turns out those bullets are very special, because it can explode and produce a shockwave impact. Then, the other leader also took action, where he launched a series of attacks from the technique, a Rikishiki technique named Tobushigen. He also laughed and said, "Don't think only the world government that has control the martial art of Rikishiki. I don't know where this person learned it, but it seems like he is very awesome in using that self-defense technique." The Warkuri, who saw it, also said to the dragon, "So apparently, the dragon plan, it's about bringing in a new, powerful ally." Warkuri also got angry and started attacking with various strategies from its hybrid mode. No, but the dragon can overcome all those attacks. Switch to the new marine fort. The battle there is still ongoing. The arrival of Khan. There are pirates in that place. Immediately became surprised. He also immediately jumped towards the crowd of enemies and getting angry on the spot. Those enemies are there, so that those people lose very easily. A pirate who is a former prisoner. There's level 6 of impel down over there. Don't just sit still. He directly went forward to fight against Khan. In another area, Akeno is also performing better and better, even though he has to face many enemies at once. But Akeno was able to dominate him, using various powerful techniques from the power of Magu, very powerful Magunomi and Haki. In the end, even the enemies have already fallen. Only the legendary pirate is left, who is indeed stronger than the others. Even so, he has also experienced several injuries to be defeated by Akeno. This legendary pirate, indeed, it's been there since the era of pirate, but her ability, of course, far below people like Rocks, Roger, or Shirohige. So even though she is considered strong, he is no match for someone as strong as Akeno. So that's it. It's reasonable that the fleet admiral is able to excel in the fight against him there. Tell them who is fighting in front of the main building of the headquarters, also observing the situation around. Den said that the battle has already entered its climax, as long as there is no other strong group coming. So this battle is about to start soon. It will end soon.